What's up, guys? Coming at you with a controversial one, but women only fall in love with men who make them cry. Okay? Let me ask you, have you ever seen a romance movie, romance novel where the girl doesn't end up crying at some point? And before you answer yes, the answer is no, you have not, okay? So anyone who tells you this is BS, guess what? They have no freaking clue what they're talking about. And we're gonna go right into why you should probably make every girl you ever talk to, make them cry at some point. Make them cry multiple times. You know, I make my girls cry a lot, and they're always still here. So I can tell you from firsthand experience, they're not going anywhere. So number one is highs only matter if there are lows, okay? Joy cannot truly exist without pain, all right? You can't feel super happy if you don't know what super sadness feels like, okay? Too many men think that making her cry equals will leave me, she will leave me, but it's really the opposite, all right? Flatline in a relationship where there's no highs and lows, that's gonna make her very bored. There's no true love, okay? There's no true love there. You're just more of a comfort to her, okay? You're just like a comfort space. And then she's gonna go to Tyrone, who's gonna make her cry, and then she's gonna come back to her comfort space after she gets piped down by Tyrone, even after he made her cry, okay? So basically, she needs to be able to cry because the highs only matter if there are some lows, all right? Number two is humans remember pain more than they remember pleasure, all right? How often do you hear a woman speaking about how nice or how kind her ex was? You really don't, or it's very rare. You always hear about how toxic the ex was, how he made her cry so many times, how he was so mean to her, okay? She's never really mentioning the good guys. She's only remembering the bad stuff that the toxic guys did. Okay, so she will never forget the men who make her cry. She never forgets that. She might forget the fact that you got her flowers every other week, but she's not going to forget the fact that this guy made her cry every other day. All right? Number three is crying proves emotional investment. All right? So women losing interest, they won't be able to cry anymore. You might realize, like, we just got in this big fight and she's not even crying. Well, why is that? Oh, because she's losing interest, buddy. Because I can guarantee you, if you get in a big fight where you might break up, that girl's gonna cry. It's guaranteed she's gonna cry. And if she doesn't, that's how you know she's already checked out. So her crying will show you still have power over her emotions. The second you lose power of her emotions, she's gonna go find somebody else that will. All right. Number four is passion is created from tension. All right. Why do you think makeup sex is a thing? Why do you think that's a thing? Oh, we just fought and now we're having sex. Because why? It created tension in the relationship, all right? That tension sparks a passion, and then the emotions feel more raw, and the relationship makes her feel more alive, all right? So she's gonna feel pretty dull and dim and kind of numb in the relationship if you're not bringing her these raw emotions where she's crying, okay? So what do you think is going to make her feel more alive? You always being nice to her, you taking care of her, or when you get in a big fight and you make her cry? She's going to feel more alive when she's crying, okay? So keep the passion alive, keep the tension there, make the girl cry. Number five is not all tears are bad. So this isn't a totally toxic thing here. Sometimes you can do something very, very sweet, very well thought out, and see in her eyes, do her eyes water? Or is she getting all emotional about it? Or is she cringing at you? If she's cringing at you, that means she's already lost attraction. But if she's still highly attracted to you and you do this extra sweet thing for her, she's probably either going to completely break down or at least get watery eyes, okay? If she completely breaks down, fully on cries, that means she feels safe enough with you. She feels like you're in control of her emotions enough, and it makes her feel that vulnerability to be able to cry in front of you like that, okay? If she's not able to cry in front of you, it really means she's just not that into you. Number six is crying bonds her to you biochemically, okay? So the tears release endorphins and oxytocin, the same chemicals tied to love, bonding, and stress relief. Now you're probably gonna think, well, she must be pretty stressed if she's crying, but guess what? Once she cools down, she's gonna feel a lot less stressed, okay? So once those tears wear off, she feels a lot of that stress relief, okay? Her brain is actually rewarding her with feeling a deep connection tied to you. Once again, she doesn't forget the guys that make her cry. And the reason being is her brain chemistry is literally making her not be able to forget you. It's not a choice on her end. It's just her brain telling her that needs to stick with you. Number 7, she actually starts respecting your boundaries. So if you don't make her feel bad enough about crossing your boundaries that she starts crying, she won't care enough to not cross the boundaries again. So if you just give her a little spanking and that's it, it's not enough. You're gonna make her completely think you're gonna break up with her, make her cry about crossing your boundaries, show her how serious you are about your boundaries, and guess what? She's never gonna cross the boundaries again. I can guarantee you that. Number 8, she trusts the man that can handle her tears, okay? You have to make her cry to even get to this point, but you don't get emotional with her. That's a major key. Some of you guys, you see your girl crying, and then you start getting watery in the eyes. You start breaking down a little bit. It's like, dude, you need to be the strong one here, okay? So handle her tears, and then you become her rock/emotional anchor. All right, women don't want a dude who's just as feminine and breaking down just as much as them. You need to be the rock. You need to be the thing that cements you together. You can hold her, but you're not going to cry with her, okay? Number 9 is she holds your words to a higher standard. Okay, so anything you say could stick with her for life. So you need to be more careful with your words because you know she's emotionally very, very, lets you in control of them. So you need to be careful with your words because anything you say could stick with her forever. You might insult a girl, something about her appearance, makes her cry, and then she has that insecurity for the rest of her life, okay? So be careful with what you say, but just know that your words hold a lot more power with her when you have this emotional control over her. So she will stay with you just to prove you wrong if you insult her. Say that you say, oh, she's never going to be a caring enough girlfriend. She'll stay with you and then try to be more caring. Or say you tell her she'll never make a good housewife. And then she'll stay with you and she'll start cleaning more, doing the dishes, cooking, all this stuff just to prove you wrong. Just to prove you wrong. And number 10, her tears make her crave comfort. So anytime she cries, after, she starts to calm down, she's going to crave comfort. So this is why you make up quickly. Anytime you make her cry, you still have to make up quickly. You can't let it sit overnight or sit for days and days. And then she will build intense attachment to you if you can master this. Master this, being able to make her cry, comforting her quickly, making up quickly, and then being her rock. And she's going to build this intense attachment to you that's never going to be able to break. All right? So that was why women only fall in love with men who make them cry. Little controversial, I know. But if you got anything out of this, go check out some of my other content. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.